Thursday, March 13th, 2025, Money Line Grind. We're doing it again. It's the same thing, just a different day. So they say. The sun's going to come up soon, and we're going to have our bets in, and we're going to be feeling good about them. Last night, 1-1. Gave you three picks. One was void. That was PJ Washington. That was the over 16 and a half points, minus 125. I still think he would have got that. Then we had Derek White, under 15 and a half points. He kind of smoked us on that one. He had 16 in the first half. Jamal Murray under 26 and a half points. I think he was like 0 for 7 in the first half, and I know the game ended in a blowout, so I didn't even look at how much he finished with. I know we made money there. And those were the three picks. Tonight, I got three more picks for you. I do feel really good about this. I wish there were some lines on some other players. We'll get to that. We're going to start off with a fade like we like to do lately. And this guy, he's made us some good money, actually, this season fading. Jordan Poole, under 28 and a half points, plus rebounds, plus assists, minus 115. He's over 2 versus the Detroit Pistons this season. And under 25 minutes played in his last two games. He's averaging 21 and a half PRA during that time. I wonder why his minutes are shrinking. Detroit versus point guards. Well, Detroit allows the 9th fewest points per game, the 10th fewest rebounds per game, and the 3rd fewest assists per game to opposing point guards. I think it's tank time in Washington. So I think when we see Poole's minutes drop under 25 2 games in a row, one game being their last game was actually versus Detroit, where he did not, obviously he did not get the PRA line. He didn't get 29 points plus rebounds plus assists. I think it's time that they tank and they just work on the young talent, and this should be easy. 25 minutes from him, he's probably going to want to shoot the ball a lot. He's the type of guy that says, well, if I'm only going to play a limited amount, I might as well get my shots up. And it's okay if he gets 22, 23 points. I don't think he'll get 5 rebounds like he did last game versus Detroit. Detroit's a pretty good rebounding team. So we're going to miss that, and I don't think he'll pass the ball much. Second pick, we're going to go with Luka Doncic. Now, this line is juiced. Over 3.5 three-pointers made, minus 135. Milwaukee allows the second most points per game to opposing point guards. He's hit 4 or more threes in 4 of his last 5, shooting at 40% from behind the arc, 2 for 2. Last season versus Milwaukee, and the Lakers don't have LeBron James. They're gonna need to really rely on Luka Doncic going forward, probably the next 2 weeks or so. So with that, I'm looking at, well, how is Luka going to want to score these points? He's a little banged up as well, so he's not going to want to go down low and have to deal with the length of Giannis, Pauls, or the body of Lopez, or just I'm sure he'll get his easy layups at half speed like he normally does, but you're going to see a lot of step back threes, I think, tonight. And Luka Doncic just has to get 4 of the bad boys. He's going to put up tons of shots, 20 or more field goal attempts, I believe. Just going to need, to knock down some of those threes or some of those step backs. And then my last pick, same game, Giannis Antetokounmpo, over 29 and a half points, minus 109. He's averaging 30 and a half points in the season, 29 plus in 4 of his last 6 and 3 of his last 4. He tends to show up versus LA. Last 3 games versus LA, he's at 29, 34, and 38. All 3 with AD in the game. So Lakers don't really have anybody anywhere near comparable to AD's actual defense, let alone his compatibility physically in that matchup. They both are very long guys, Pauls, who are somewhat athletic or very athletic. Lakers, Jackson Hayes is shown to prove, he's impressed a lot of people, but he's not going to stop Giannis. And I think Giannis is going to want to, and the Bucks are going to want to push the ball because the Lakers defense have been really, really good lately. They've been slowing down the pace and just really locking up their opponent. Without LeBron James, they might want to play a lot slower. Milwaukee, last 10 games, 7th fastest pace. So it's going to be a battle of the pace. They're in Milwaukee. I always like the home team to try to dictate the pace there. And if they play fast and get in transition, there's no stopping Giannis. We see it every season, almost every game. Him on the break, just getting these easy dunks and layups. And those are my 3 picks for the night. I had 2 ideas that I wanted to mess with. I like a Luka triple-double. That's if you could get that around plus 300. Pull the trigger on there, half a unit. And I'm waiting on Jimmy Butler rebounds plus assist lines. I was going to try to get you guys 4 picks today, but I think Jimmy Butler does well on rebounds plus assists and maybe even points, depending on if that line's under 20 points. The matchup versus the Kings, you look, Draymond and the forwards normally do pretty well this season versus the Kings. I think they played 3 times. And those are my 3 picks. Those are my 2 ideas. Let's get that money.